What's up, everybody? Today's video is I found match fixing. My name is Greg. I'm an American living abroad in Spain, learning the beautiful game of football, one reaction at a time with your help. All right, before I continue, we are about to hit 5,000 subscribers, if you can even believe that. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you could be a part of my football brain trust as we continue to build this channel with your help. This is Zealandism. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Get out of here. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And I will include a link in the description so you can go ahead and show him some love. And we have done videos by him before. He's awesome. He is entertaining, has great content. So please go on over there and show him some love. We're going to get him up to 85,000. I think we could do that. And I'm sure he would appreciate it. All right. So this is something I've never given thought to. I don't know. I just never thought that I never thought about it. I got so much other stuff to learn. I haven't even begun to think that there might be betting and there might be match fixing. This is crazy. So, but we'll see. Something new to learn. So, all right, let's go. See what we got.
There's some tomfoolery afoot. You know, when there's tomfoolery afoot, I am never far behind. Except this is not happening in what I would call a veritable footballing backwater. I mean, technically it is, but it's happening in the continent of Europe.
Oh, no.
That's right. Europe, not absolved from I would say financial tomfoolery. Although there's nothing confirmed here. These are just allegations. But by the end of this video, you, my dear friend, my dear sailor of the internet, you will be able to judge for yourself whether this team has in fact rigged a match or not. But you need to understand the players.
Okay, so this is an entire team. That's super interesting. A lot of times match fixing or fixing of games is like one or two players or an official or something, but this sounds like the team. That's interesting.
This team has in fact rigged a match or not, but you need to understand the players at hand. You see, this is happening in the Macedonian Second Football League.
Okay.
Which I really appreciate them getting straight to the point with the name. This is in the country of North Macedonia. This is the country that knocked Italy out of the World Cup. If you remember, that might be why you've heard of them before. They're situated right in the Balkans, kind of right above Greece. Of course, Macedonia, point of contention between the Greeks and the North Macedonians. Macedonia is where Alexander the Great comes from.
So are they good? I mean, well, if they knocked Italy out, that's what he's saying. So they must be some kind of good. You know, is Macedonia a good team? Curious.
Tension between the Greeks and the North Macedonians. Macedonia is where Alexander the Great comes from. So fantastic little, you thought you were going to learn nothing today. Well, I've got a surprise for you. Right. This has to do with the top couple of teams, because obviously if you get promoted from the Macedonian Second Football League, logic would dictate that you would then progress to the Macedonian First Football League. And unlike England, where shit gets confusing, that would, well, I guess France does the same thing. Anyways, that would actually puts you in the top league of North Macedonia, which is obviously being in the top.
Well, there you go. That provides motive because they want to get up to the top league so they can make more money. So,
league of any European nation, no matter the size, that's going to be an achievement in itself. And these are teams that are battling for that right. The top two spots get automatic promotion. And right now, those are held by Macedonia and Arcimi. And going into the final 3 matches of the season, because they play 30 matches in a season, Bashkimi is trying to get into those top 2 spots. Now, the fun thing for
Bashkimi is trying to get into the final 2 spots. Okay, got it.
Bashkimi is trying to get into those top 2 spots. Now, the fun thing for Bashkimi is that even if they finish 3rd, they go into a playoff.
Okay.
Right? So there's a promotion relegation playoff. You have the top 2 teams that go up and go down with the bottom 2 teams in the top division, and then a playoff with the 3rd team. Okay. So they're already in the playoff. But they're going into a match against FK Kosuf. Okay. FK Kosuf being one of the teams that doesn't necessarily have anything to play for anymore. They are above the relegation zone. They are floating below any potential contention for the type of playoff spot that Bashkimi is playing for. They're just floating down in nowhere land. And late in the match, it is 1-1. It's a 1-1 score.
Uh-oh, here we go. He's doing a good job. Like I'm like really into this because I want to know what the hell happens here.
Nowhere land. And late in the match, it is 1-1. It's a 1-1 scoreline until all of a sudden, in the 94th minute, shall we say the seas part? I don't know. I feel like I have potentially made this unfair for you because you already kind of know where I stand on this. But I want you to watch this as unbiased as you possibly could be. Okay, I need you to be unbiased here and just take in the match. Take this in. 94th minute, Macedonian second division, 1-1. Bashkimi. Oh, important note: Bashkimi is in the green.
Okay.
Right, and obviously they need a win if they're going to try and. This is basically after their win, so the win keeps them within a point of an automatic promotion spot.
Oh, come on. I mean, that looked pretty obvious to me. the goalie didn't try. The players did. The defense didn't try. Oh, man. Super interesting.
So, I mean, the first time I watched this, right? I wasn't sure. I mean, you got to be sure about this sort of thing. If you're going to go after somebody for rigging matches or whatever, you got to be sure. I mean, I don't know what the level of the second Macedonian league is. Maybe this is just how good they are. But there's something really telling in this video that to me shows that it probably was rigged and that Bashkimi paid somebody off or threatened somebody in order to be able to get the 3 points out of this match. Let me see if you can pick it up on the second watch through.
Okay. No, I don't know. The goalie didn't try? Is that what it is? What do you think? Of course, by the time you watch this, you're going to know, but maybe like at this moment, pause it and then put your thoughts in the comments. I'd be curious to know if you saw it because I don't see anything. I'm just saying the goalie. I mean, the red team walks away.
Not to mention, the more you watch it, the more you realize that literally nobody on the team is even trying to sell this at all defensively. Everybody on the...
And why did the dude... I don't know if this is it, but why did the dude give the sign of the cross when Bashkimi scored? Did you see that? Hold on. Let's go back. Homeboy up here on the left, right close to the edge of the screen, like right now on the left. I saw him give the sign of a cross. Is he feeling guilty? I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, right there. He just signed across.
Not to mention, the more you watch it, the more you realize that literally nobody on the team is even trying to sell this at all defensively. Everybody on the field on defense is not running, which in the 94th minute of a 1-1 match, just, in a 94th minute of a 1-1 match in a co-ed league in New York, there's going to be people flying around to try and make sure that you're...
That's true. Like if I'm in the final minutes of a league in the street of my neighborhood, like I'm going to be trying to do something.
Not going to concede a goal, let alone in the second division. These guys are getting paid to be out there, kick a ball around, run around. Somebody's going to be moving. But what really seals the deal for me is the lack of any reaction.
Yeah.
Anybody on the defensive team. I mean, literally anyone. The center back that is basically trying to sell this, and I don't know if he was just not in on the fix or if he, was just a better actor, right? We see him try to at least chase the player down a little bit. He takes a bit of nip at the heels, and then after the ball goes in, maybe that turn away could be considered dejected, but watch every single player on the field in red. Watch the way they react to this goal going in. You will never see, ever, You will never see a team react to conceding a goal. Even if you're up 7-0 or down 7-0, you'll never see this mute of a reaction.
Yeah.
Every single one of the players, they just gave up a 94th minute goal. Nobody's asking the other players what went wrong. The one guy that showed some effort isn't asking everybody else why they weren't showing effort. And the only explanation for that, the only reason there wouldn't be an inquest, the only reason the goalkeeper wouldn't be charging off of his line to ask what the hell happened, where the defense was, why the shape wasn't there. The only reason none of that's happening is because they all already know the answer. Now, I don't want to jump.
Oh, man, that's so true. They had to have, that's not good English. They had to have agreed. What am I trying to say? There had to be an agreement amongst the team somehow that it was not a problem that they scored. Like, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, there had to be something that made them all be like, okay, whatever. He scored. You're on to something here, buddy.
Straight to a conclusion that all of these guys are bad people, or that they've been paid off, that they took money so that they could buy a fancy car or something. Because there are situations that exist like this where maybe there's situations that exist in the United States a lot. I remember a particular college basketball situation where the mafia got involved in college basketball and people's lives were at stake, right? You never really know what's going on behind the scenes. And when something is this obvious, right, then something's going on, but we don't know what it is. And when you don't know what that thing is, you don't want to jump all the way to the conclusion. It's kind of the deal where, you get all those calls from call centers. Well, now the more information that comes out, turns out a lot of those people that are working at those call centers, or at least a significant number of the people that are working at those call centers, are oftentimes entrapped and kind of forced to work at those call centers. So the real enemy here isn't necessarily the annoying person that's calling you. It is the person that is like financially keeping them trapped or locked in that call center and making them like work to earn their freedom. It's the same sort of situation here. You can tell I watched a YouTube documentary about that recently. But anyways, here you've got a team that is obviously not trying to stop the other team from scoring. Yeah. This is a significant problem. Macedonia's FA is already all over it.
Oh, right?
Because North Macedonia obviously able to produce a national team that was able to beat Italy in World Cup qualifying. Their FA is not totally stupid, right? They're going to see this and they kind of instantly know what's going on.
Right.
And it could be interpreted maybe if this team, whatever this team's name is, sorry, I forgot it already, Kosuf. If Kosuf was trying to send a message here, they've definitely sent an obvious message. Let's say it is something nefarious. Somebody's got somebody's kid. Somebody's said, we're going to expose you if you don't do this or whatever. They made it so obvious they were throwing this game that the FA has to investigate.
But I wonder if both teams were in on it. They had to have been. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm getting way into the, put your tinfoil hat situation on. It's also likely that they just got paid off, right? They're playing a match that doesn't mean anything against a team that desperately needs to win it. It gets late in the match. You get a wink and the nod from a coach or somebody in the stands, and then all of a sudden you're able to score a goal, and they just did a terrible job of trying to sell it. But
that's still like fixing the match. Even if it isn't for money, you just, it's still fixing the match. So,
and all of a sudden you're able to score a goal, and they just did a terrible job of trying to sell it. But I breezed through potentially the funniest part of all of this that really sealed it for me is after this goal goes in, watch this guy over here on the left of the screen.
Yes.
He does the Father, Son, and the Holy.
Yes. That's what I said. Boom. Okay. Calm down. But I knew something seemed kind of off about that. So let's see.
Watch this guy over here on the left of the screen. He does the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
He knows he messed up.
He's asking for forgiveness. My brother in the bottom left of the screen he knows what just happened. He knows. He's asking for.
That's so true. That's what I was thinking. It's like, he knows he screwed up. He did something. Please forgive me. Oh, that was
forgiveness for what just happened, man. It is crazy to see something like that. But the Minister of Sports for North Macedonia, a guy named Borko Ristovski, issued an instant statement after this kind of came out. Because, I mean, this is in the second division. This is in the middle of a promotion race. If you're in first or second, you're incredibly upset with the way all of this went. And he immediately said that if they find evidence that there was match fixing involved here, which it looks like there was, right, then they're going to revoke the licenses for both clubs, which I feel like is an entirely fair reaction, personally. The FA followed the match between Kosuf and Bashkimi with deep disappointment and resentment. The scenes we all saw on the field and the behavior of the individuals are direct insult to football and fair play, and to all who participate in sport with honest intentions. What we saw is shameful and unacceptable. Again, they haven't even found proof necessarily yet. They're just having seen the same video that you just saw. The leadership's not going to allow such a phenomenon to become the norm. We await full reports from the match officials, after which all measures within our jurisdiction will be taken. Our goal is clear: spotless football, matches in which results are decided on the pitch, not behind the scenes. In cooperation with the Ministry of the Interior and competent institutions, we will take all necessary steps to ensure that such cases receive an appropriate epilogue. That is, in my opinion, the only way to respond to this sort of situation. It's a very good response from my boy here, Borko Ristovsky. As long as they're able to follow up the strong words with equally strong actions here, that there isn't actually a problem, and this is just an incredibly strange one-off.
I don't know, man.
Mockery of the game that just occurred in North Macedonia. But I hope whatever happened, they can actually get to the bottom of it, because this is the sort of thing that if it does go unchecked, if you don't meet it with the type of response that Borko Ristovsky is coming out to meet it with instantly on behalf of the North Macedonian FA, this is the sort of thing that can literally ruin the game, right? And it has at various points in different parts of the world, and this is North Macedonia's time to shine, to show that they're not going to put up with this sort of thing happening in their league.
Oh, wow.
There's some tomfoolery afoot, when
that
there's
was
tomfoolery
really interesting. Cool. Oh, my. So, okay. I know it's a dumb question, but I mean, I don't know. I can look it up, but you're here, so you might as well just tell me. Do people bet on that? I know they do bet. I don't even know why I'm saying this. Is betting legal in any country in Europe? All countries? I don't know. I know people bet on football. Just curious about that. Man, I don't know. Just curious to know what you thought. Go ahead and put your thoughts in the comment. This, by the way, was a recommendation from Marcel. My man does a great job. He gives me some great content. And I invite you to do the same thing, because that's how this channel is being developed. I mean, it's just by me doing anything that you recommend. Of course, I can't do everything. I try and do my best to make it fit so that we're not doing like all player compilations, even though I know we all love that. That's exciting. I try and mix it up a little bit. And this was definitely something to mix it up. And just real quick, some of the comments here. Keeper has reactions. Oh, wait, let me blow this up so you can kind of read along if you so choose. Keeper has reactions of FM Keeper. Football manager, I'm assuming. FM Keeper when it bugs out and he just stands there. Zealand is Zealandism. I'm not crazy. Where are you taking me? That's a good one. Still not as rigged as the NBA. Well, I mean, although this year in the draft lottery, I think the team, it's probably rigged. I'm not even going to try and justify it. But all right, cool. That was a good one, man. I really appreciate that one, Marcel. Thanks for hooking me up on that so I could check it out. If you're still here, you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like the video. All those things help grow the channel. And my goal one day is to actually maybe do like a trip around Europe where I go to 10 stadiums and, report on that, do some type of vlog. I want to do more, but obviously you need some resources to do that. So, and a part of that is you helping a brother out. So, as always, thank you for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video. Peace.